Question, the member from Welland.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Deputy Premier. We just learned that the scandal-plagued Niagara Peninsula Conservation Authority gutted its watershed management department in half, firing many key frontline staff. The NPCA is mandated to protect Niagara and parts of Hamilton's environment for nearly 1 million residents. Instead, it's been very busy firing environmental specialists and suing private citizens who dare to speak up for accountability. Despite receiving government funding and despite my community's pleas for this government to do something, they continue to let the people of Niagara down by doing nothing. When will this government stop the waste of public tax dollars, ensure accountability and transparency are brought to the NPCA, and restore our community's trust in our Conservation Authority?
Thank you. Deputy Premier.
Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry.
Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you to the member for her question. As I've said before, the Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry has no authority to intervene in the operations of any given conservation authority, and the member from Welland knows this. We've had several conversations regarding my authority as a minister. Each conservation authority is governed by a board of directors whose members are appointed by participating municipalities. These municipality representatives decide on the programs and policies of the authority, including policies related to staffing. Oversight of day-to-day operations and human resource management is typically delegated to a general manager or chief administrative officer, who's again chosen by municipal representatives. I can assure the House I've had multiple conversations with the member from St. Catharines as well as Welland on this issue and regarding their concerns. Speaker, this issue highlights the importance of modernizing the Conservation Authorities Act. I was pleased to see support from both opposition members on this important act.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Well, Speaker, we need to amend the bill that's going to committee to add the addition of appointing a supervisor. This isn't the first time that I've listed the issues plaguing this authority. This year alone, we've seen the NPCA fire many key staff, censure board members with dissenting viewpoints, lobby the government to allow developers to build on significantly protected wetlands, stall the Auditor General's offer to audit the books, stall freedom of information requests, and allow widespread workplace harassment, and the list goes on. When will this government step in, one of its ministries, and hold the NPC board accountable? Ensure that public dollars are well spent and that necessary transparency, integrity, and accountability are brought back to the Niagara Peninsula Conservation Authority.
Minister.
Thank you, Speaker. So, through our proposed changes to the Conservation Authorities Act, we're aiming to strengthen oversight and accountability to ensure that decisions about Ontario's natural resources are made in accordance with modern expectations for transparency. Oversight of Conservation Authority operations is a responsibility of the board. However, there are situations where a ministry review is necessary. So we're proposing to enhance the ministry's authority in these situations by enabling the minister to require a conservation authority to disclose or publish information on programs, services, or operations. So this would help to shed light on perceived issues with conservation authority decisions. Speaker, this is just one example of the many proposed improvements we're making to the Conservation Authorities Act. Yesterday, all three parties voted to support the changes, and I'm happy to see that the parties opposite take these seriously and hope to see their support for Bill 139. I understand they have no plan. We do, and I'm happy they're supporting ours.